Hanji, so we are now in the month of Asad. Asad is like when it's pretty hot, right? May, June kind of a time frame when it is kind of summer and very hot. That is the month of Asad. So Maharaj is talking about here. Asad tapanda tis laga har naho na jina paas. Maharaj says that only those who feel the, remember we talked about the Ida Pingla, we will come back there, but let's just go for the meanings directly here. So Maharaj is talking about that the people who feel, the summer, the hotness in the summer, they feel very hot in the summer and they are sweaty. It's only the time when they don't have a now with them, as in they don't have a naam with them. Naam najna pass. Now why is that? Remember, we have to go a little bit more deep, right, for everything, because we have to understand that every line Maharaj is writing has some jukti hidden in it. So remember, we talked about the Ida and Pingla. Ida is the kind of a left hand side, and Pingla is the right hand side. Pingla is kind of a tamogun, and so it's like anything with the warm things, right? Or hot things, right? Burning things, I should say. So when anger is there, it's like person is on fire. It's related with the fire element, right? So then the Ida is on the left side, which is moon. Right side Pingla is sun, right? So remember we talked about, right, on those, like in olden days, they never used to be coolers or air conditioning and all. Still Gurmukh Pyare will go and do the bhakti, and obviously they will do the bhakti where there are a lot of trees and all that stuff, and it's anyway kind of a good weather if you're under the shade and all, right? But then they also will use the technique, they will put the dhyan here on the left hand side so that their body can cool off. When their bodies cool off, then they start going into the samadhi. And anyway, when you go in the samadhi, you lose the connection with your senses. That's what Maharaj is saying. Maharaj is saying the month of Asad is burning hot for the people only if they don't have Naam. They don't have a Soji of the Naam. In another way is, if you can think about that, people who are dependent on the outside things, right? We all, in this day and age, we all are, isn't it? We all are dependent on air conditioning and all. Especially we have people from Texas and all, and now will be now we are now I'm also in Tracy and all, right? So it's going to be pretty hot during the hot weather. In Bay Area, it still used to be better, but still, Maya says if you are doing a bhakti, if you have the jukti, if you know how to leave your body and reach to the connect with the Naam, then it is not for you. The you will not feel the burning hot. See, at the end of the day, whenever we walk in the spiritual path, it is all about Sahaj. It is all about acceptance. You accept whatever it is, right? That is also, that becomes your nature, the humility. You don't complain, because the moment you complain, who are you complaining against? I mean, if you are a kid, you are probably complaining to your parents. But if you're an adult and you earn, what are you complaining for? What the weather? We are responsible for the bad weather, right? We are cutting our trees and all this stuff, buildings. We're creating some buildings and all. Actually, I was sitting with a Gurmukh just now and we were talking about the corona. Whose responsibility is that? It's our responsibility collectively. This is called a collective karam, right? It is our responsibility because we don't take care of the nature. And we all know, the most of the um, I don't know. I mean, there's still controversy behind that, but still, most of the people are claiming that it came from the place where people were eating the wild animals, right? So when we start eating wild animals or animal life, the nature which has been created to balance the nature, then all sorts of things happens physically. But as a Gurmukh Pyare, or as a Gursikh walking on the path of spirituality, what we do is we try to accept everything and uh, depend on the bhakti, depend on naam. Physically, in May, June time frame in India, in Punjab, Sikhs are known for doing the seva also. Actually, it has become so common that not only Sikhs, now everybody actually, they try to feed, sorry, they try to remove the thirst of the people. Shabil jinu aapa kehne hain. They put the shabil, as in they distribute cold water and everything, or normal water because for the dehydration and all that stuff in the month of Asar. Because if you don't just think about yourself, you think about others. Some Gurmukh Pyare was telling me, he said we should, especially in the summer, hot summer season, we should all put some bird feeder or something outside. I mean, you just in a pan put some water for the birds, because birds are also thirsty. Nobody is thinking about them. Right? So all these sattoguni stuff which comes, you are not doing these sattoguni stuff to collect the brownie points or to collect the karam. It becomes your nature, right? It becomes your nature when you walk on the path of spirituality. That's what Maharaj is saying. Jagjivan purkh tyag ke manas sandhi aas. But what we have done is, who is Jagjivan Data? Who has given us the Jivan? Who has given us the life? Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru Ji, we are forgetting Vaheguru Ji, tyag ke. We are forgetting him. And what we are doing, ਅਸੀਂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨੂੰ ਭੁੱਲ ਕੇ ਅਸੀਂ ਕੀ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਸ ਰੱਖੀ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ. We are depending on people. We are depending on technology, we are depending on people, but we are forgetting about the nature which has Vaheguru Ji has given us. Before, the dwelling always used to happen wherever there is a water, wherever there is a shade. ਲੋਕੀ ਘਰ ਆਪਣੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਬਣਾਉਂਦੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਪੇੜ ਪੌਦੇ ਹੋਣ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ, ਪਾਣੀ ਹੋਵੇ, ਸਾਰਾ ਕੁਝ. But now what we are doing, we are removing all the trees, we are removing all the nature, because we are depending on the people, more on the people, more on the technology. So that's why our karams are also going to be the same. And I think Vaheguru Ji will guide us here in this Shabad itself. Due pae viguchiye gal pai so jam ki faas. We are living in duality, है ना? ਤੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੁਵਿਧਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗਏ ਆ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਆ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ. We are not clear. Should we do this? Should we do that? We are everything, all the decisions which we are doing in our life, we are in duvida. The Maharaj ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, if you will live in duvida, in duality, you will ruin your life. ਤੂੰ ਆਪਣੀ ਖੱਜਲ ਖਵਾਰ, ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਪੰਜਾਬੀ ਚ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ, ਤੂੰ ਖੱਜਲ ਖਵਾਰ ਹੋ ਜਾਊਗਾ ਅਗਰ ਤੂੰ ਦੁਵਿਧਾ ਚ ਰਿਹਾ ਤੇ ਫਿਰ ਕੀ ਹੋਏਗਾ? If you live a whole life in duality, at the end jam ki fast, ਜੰਮਾਂ ਨੇ ਆ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਗਲੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਰੱਸਾ ਬੰਨ ਦੇਣਾ. The jams are going to come and they're going to put you rope in your neck, and then they're going to take you. Due pae guchiye gal pai so jam ki fast. See, that's what Maharaj is clearing us up here. Jeha bijay so luna mathe jo likhyas. Whatever we sow, so shall we reap. Whatever we will plant, that's what we are going to do. All these are actions, are we are responsible for anything whatever is happening around us, whatever is happening in the world. We should not blame Vaheguruji for that, right? Vaheguruji didn't tell us to remove all the trees and start building so many buildings, right? Vaheguruji didn't tell us to kill all the nature or kill all the animals, right? Or kill all the birds and all that stuff, right? So there is a process. When you go to some natural, some national park, I know there are other people also in this call, but most of the people out here are in US, Canada. So when we go to the national parks, there is some kind of a rhythm which is going on out there. Birds are chirping. If there is a water flow out there is a waterfall out there, so you can hear the sound of the waterfall, and it is so rhythmic. Everything in the nature is happening in a rhythmic fashion. So what are we doing? We are not preserving those things, right? And that's why we need to preserve nature. We should plant more trees and all that times physically. And when the physical environment will be there, you will be automatically feel like, let me close my eyes and just connect with the Naam and enjoy inside also, because that calmness outside will also bring the calmness inside. But now, since the calmness outside is not there, so what we need to do, we need to practice more Simran and more spirituality and connect with the Naam inside. We have to make our mind static, natural, right? So that the calmness inside can bring calmness outside. And start planting trees out in your backyard if you have, or anywhere you can see, right? There was a whole drive I heard which was going on in San Jose, where they are on the hills around. They have started planting trees now. Actually, there is a non-profit which has started there, and people just go there and volunteer and start planting the trees out there, because everybody is realizing, right, that without nature we are nothing. We are also part of the nature, so we can't just say that we want to live and we want to kill everybody else. We have to show the compassion everywhere. That's why in the spiritual path, lifestyle is very important. Again, not to do the good karams, but because that becomes your nature. That compassion, that honesty, that becomes your nature, and you have to live that way. रैन बिहानी पछतानी उठ चली गई निराश. Maharaj says ran as in night and day, right? Night also, what we are doing, we are just wasting our time, right? And just like the night passes, our life is also going to pass, and then we are going to go empty handed. We are going to depart this world, we are going to leave this world hopeless, empty handed. We're not going to gain anything, right? But Maharaj says, how can we change this? Now Maharaj doesn't only just give us the problem. Maharaj give us the solution also. Maharaj says, Jinko sadhu petiya, so dargah hoye khilas. Maharaj says, start doing. Well, who is the sadhu here? Sadhu here is not a physical body. Sadhu here is not even the mind. Sadhu here is Satguru. Satguru inside us, Satguru outside us. Outside Sadguru Tan Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, we have to take a guidance what we need to do. That's what we are doing. And then we have to practice. Jinko sadhu peti hai, so dargah hoye khalas. So even in the Sangat, wherever there is a Sangat japping the Naam, they are sadhus, right? They are sadhus as a collective, not a single person, but as a collection, as a Sangat is also a roop of a sadhu. When we come in Sangat, and when we do Saas Kira Simran, or when we chant name, then even at the Dargah, even at the house of Vaiguru, in the court of Vaiguru, we will be respected. ਸਾਡਾ ਆਦਰ ਮਾਨ ਹੋਏਗਾ ਦਰਗਾਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ. ਖਲਾਸੀ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਸਾਡੀ ਜਦੋਂ, ਸਾਡਾ ਦਰਗਾਹ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਵੀ ਆਦਰ ਮਾਨ ਹੋਏਗਾ. We will be rewarded not in terms of money, but respect and all. Jums will not come and put a rope in our neck and take us away. But if we will live as per the Gurmat principle, because if our lifestyle becomes like that, then what happens? And if we are connecting to the Naam, then Vaiguruji will do a kirpa, and the respect here as well as in the Dargah will happen. But Gurmukh Pyare don't worry about the respect in this physical world. They only worry about what is going to happen at the court of Vaiguru. Say, God-fearing people, right? The only fear they have is that they should not lose Vaiguruji. They should not make Vaiguruji upset. Vaiguruji should always put his nadar on them. They don't worry about the people. People can think whatever they want to, right? But that doesn't mean that they are rude to the people. They still love people. That becomes their nature. But if somebody wants to hate you, they can hate. That's their will, right? कर कृपा प्रभ अपनी तेरे दर्शन होए प्यास. Maharaj now is saying, Maharaj is doing ardas benti, a prayer, that do the kirpa, such kirpa that inside us we should always have a thirst to meet Vaheguru. Do this kirpa, Vaheguru Sache Pasha, because that's how the love is gonna come. That thirst to meet Vaheguru all the time. प्रभ तुद बिन दूजा को नहीं, Nanak ki ardas. Maharaj is saying, now I have realized there is nobody other than you. See, it's very clear. There's nobody. When Maharaj is saying nobody, it means nobody. Not person A, person B, person C, person no, that particular sant, that particular Pai Sahib. No, nobody. There is nobody like him. Just have this thing drilled in your mind. Humans will always do some mistakes. And then what will happen when we will put so much, you know, will be so much connected with the physical person, then at the end, our heart is going to break, right? So don't do that. There is a nobody like Vaheguru Ji. Prabh ਤੁਧ ਬਿਨ ਦੂਜਾ ਕੋ ਨਹੀਂ, ਤੇਰੇ ਵਰਗਾ ਕੋਈ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ, ਕੋਈ ਹੋ ਸਕਦਾ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ. Nobody is like you, nobody can be like you. ਕੋ ਨਹੀਂ ਨਾਨਕ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ. That much faith, that much thing we should have. ਅਸਾੜ ਸੁਹੰਦਾ ਤਿਸ ਲਗੈ, ਜਿਸ ਮਨ ਹਰ ਚਰਨ ਨਿਵਾਸ. Maharaj started with, see, this is beautiful. This is how the beautiful beauty of um, Gurbani is. Started with Asad Tapanda, as in burning hot. The month of Asad is burning hot. And how it is ending? If we will follow all these principles mentioned in this, Asad Suhanda, then Asad month is beautiful. Asad Suhanda tis lagay. How? ਜਿਸ ਮਨ ਹਰ ਚਰਨ ਨਿਵਾਸ. ਜਦੋਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਮਨ ਉਹਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਚ ਚਲੇ ਗਿਆ, when our mind is connected with the charan of feet of Vaheguru. Now what is the feet of Vaheguru? The feet of Vaheguru is the Naam, the Anhat Shabad, the Anhat Tun, the Saj Tun, the Tur, and finally the Prakash. That is the feet of Vaheguru. So let's do an Ardas Benti that we should also get connected with the Naam. Then the month of Asad, even the summer season, will be Suhanda for us, the beautiful for us, outside as well as inside. So what do we learn from this? That if for whatever reason we get angry, we get anxious, we get stressful, either we are in Rajogun or Tamogun, or we are kami, lusty, what is the solution? Then we are, which stage we are? We are Asad Tapanda. When we have these crazy things going on in our head, those thoughts, then we have Asad Tapanda. Now, how to make Asad Tapanda to our Asad Suhanda? By connecting with Naam, by chanting Naam loud. Wah Guru, Wah Guru, Wah Guru, Wah Guru. That's Jukti. So loud, then the mind will move from Tamogun to Rajogun slowly, and Rajogun to Sattogun, and then from Sattogun it will connect with the Naam. That is the way how we change the Tapanda to Suhanda, by connecting with the Naam, by chanting the Guru Mantar, loud Guru Mantar, and then slow down, going into the Sun and connecting, putting the Dhyan in the Naam, in the Anhat Shabad, putting the Dhyan in the Anhat Shabad. ठीक है जी. वाहिगुरू जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरू जी की फतेह. Now let's do Simran, unless somebody has some burning question. Otherwise, we'll take the questions on Thursday or Friday. Okay जी. All right. आओ जी शुरू करिए. श्वास के रास सिमरन तो शुरू करांगे. We'll start with श्वास के रास सिमरन, and then we will try to connect our mind with the Naam. How we do श्वास के रास सिमरन? We say Vah, we listen. We say Guru, we listen. Our dhyan should be in the front, right? Then the Asad Swanda. Then it will, the burning hot season will become a beautiful season for us also. So what the most important is, we listen to our own voice. अपनी आवाज में आप सुनना, and the dhyan, just make your eyes small, look in the front in the empty space, keep on looking there, and then you close your eye. Look here in the front, close your eyes, and then say Wah, listen, Guru, listen. आओ जी शुरू करिए. Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru, Wah, Guru.